Welcome to Design to Help Your Business Grow. I'm your host, Randy Lynn Johnson with Pasley Commercial Interiors.
All right.
Okay.
We're back with Brian Werner. If you missed the previous episode, go back and listen. It'll be really easy to find. It's the one right before this one.
That's so easy.
Yeah, because we're talking about all kinds of important things to know for tax write-offs and business expenses, etc. Not going to rehash it. Just go re-listen. But it's January, and as such, people are thinking to set up the year. Usually you think kind of that last quarter, oh, I've got to buy things to bring the income down. You know, they're thinking ahead, typically. But we have you now, and so let's talk about if we were going to set up our year, what are good things to do maybe just each quarter? Be like, hey, think about this, plan for this, whatever. Can you hit us with it?
Definitely. So I would say number one, the most crucial planning tool that any company can have that a lot of them don't is a budget.
Oh,
is a budget.
Yeah.
And it's because it's probably your best kind of guesstimate projection of what 2025 is going to look like for you, right? So I usually tell people, I'm like, don't spend a ton of time in that because, you know, obviously there's a lot of unknowns that can happen over the next 12 months, but at least hopefully you have a decent amount of pulse on it and you can kind of say, okay, this is what I project 2025 to look like.
yeah.
It helps you kind of plan like where are you going to invest certain dollars when it comes to like interior design or like maybe your marketing and your branding and such. Do you have the ability to grow your company? Is that your plan? Do you need to add more people? Do you need to add more, you know, office equipment, furniture and such, right? So these are things that companies need to plan for. And if you don't have a plan, you're usually just kind of, you know, running blind.
Yeah.
Winging it.
And if they don't have a plan, can they come to you?
Yes.
Can you help them with their budget?
Definitely.
Great.
I geek out on that.
Love that.
Could they start by just taking all of their categories from the year before and build from that? Is that a way you...
Totally, yes.
Okay.
And actually there are some accounting softwares that pretty much allow you to like copy last year and then start from there so you're not having to recreate the wheel.
Okay. All right. So start of the year, we're going to set our budget.
Yeah.
What should we do quarter two?
Quarter two, I would say at that point, you know, that's kind of your mid-year. It's probably a great opportunity to say, okay, how are things going so far? And then what do I know that maybe has changed? Because I always tell people like a budget's not static. It's not going to like be frozen pretty much. I consider a budget to be fluid. And sometimes there may be changes that will impact your organization and they're going to impact your budget for the remainder of the year.
Yeah.
So, and that's okay. That's okay for it to, you know, maybe make an update, you know, around mid-year to say, okay, maybe maybe we're growing faster than we expected. Maybe we're growing a little slower than expected and make those, you know, necessary changes just so you have kind of a, you know, a better projection of what the rest of the year is going to look like for you.
Set the budget, tweak the budget. Yeah. Quarter three, summertime, we're having a good time. What's happening?
Yeah. Everybody's having barbecues and, you know, working shorter hours, hopefully. But I would say at that point, it's good time for you to look back and say, okay, what are we doing that's working? What are we doing that's not working? And then make appropriate adjustments. So we work with a lot of our companies on, we call it investing their dollars because every business, instead of using the word spend, because spend has such a negative connotation. To me, every dollar that a business invests should have a return on investment, right? So it's a good opportunity for businesses to look and see what investments are paying off. Like, wow, we just invested in a brand new space and it's beautiful and our customers love it and the business is growing. Well, that sounds like a really great investment that the business made. But maybe a business may be, you know, taking a particular marketing route and they haven't generated any new business from that marketing route and they've been sinking dollars into it for the last 6 months. It might be time to maybe look at that and say, okay, maybe we turn that off and can we reallocate those dollars in a more meaningful way?
Great. Okay. Quarter four,
and that's pretty much, you know, when everything ramps up and everybody's trying to plan for year end, essentially. So it seems like, almost from like Halloween until like the end of the year, a lot of companies are usually trying to, maneuver. Maybe if they have, a large bottom line, they're looking to their certified public accountants, their CPAs to discuss some year-end planning, maybe some, do we need to maybe, invest more dollars in our office equipment if they have the need, or if they have the need for new furniture and such. And
tell us some things that people typically spend, like if they got to get their books balanced a little bit more, what are some things people can think about?
So I'd say retirement plans is usually a big one. Sometimes, owners of companies, or even, owners of companies sometimes have options when it comes to retirement plans, and some of them are more lucrative than others and allow you to put more into your retirement accounts. There's retirement plans like 401k plans that even allow you to do profit sharing with your employees as well. So that would be probably one that's, still gives owners the ability to keep control of that money, but all they're doing is shifting it from company resources into their own retirement accounts. So that's usually a big one that we kind of look at. And then there's even enhanced retirement plans, like defined benefit plans that, if there's a lot of income and they have, I would say, mo money, mo problems pretty much. So
Great song. Cool. That's awesome. Yeah. All right. So I'm going to hit him again because we know I like bullet points.
Yes.
Quarter one, budget, make it. Stick to it. Quarter two, see if you're sticking to it. Reassess, tweak it if you need. Quarter three, look back, right? So we're thinking, what were the investments that worked? Maybe we need to reallocate, put things elsewhere. And then quarter four, talk to your CPA about how to make investments work for you, buy that furniture, do the upgrades, things like that to do the write-offs.
And retirement planning, that was a big one. Because that is a good place to put money at the end of the year that, instead of it sitting in the bank account, help you or your employees with their future planning, which is great.
Yeah.
That is great. Cool.
In an increasingly competitive market, the merits of using interior design as a strategic growth tool can make all the difference in not just surviving, but thriving.
Pasley Commercial Interiors, designed to help your business grow.